This is your home for the Trojans. Girard Sports Live.
Snap and leans forward, and that's touchdown number 4 for Scott Moore.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net.
Hooks, throw over to Adolph, quickly down inside, wrap around Boatman, found herself in the right place, foul, and the bucket!
He'll try a 3 and hits. Adolph with it up top, being guarded by Gass. Girard down the lane, off the glass, and good. Nice instinct by Adolph to just take it to the bucket. Fielded on the short hop, fires this one across. Able to throw the runner out by a step and a half. Pitch to the outside to Ashbacher. Gets a good block on the outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
It's time for the Trojans. On your home for Girard High School Athletics. Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, into the evening. Welcome to Tointon Family Stadium on the campus of Kansas State University, the site of today's Class 3A semifinal between the Girard Trojans and the Burlington Wildcats, as a chance to go to the 3A state championship is on the line today here in Manhattan. BJ Harris along with you. Happy to be able to settle in here for a Trojan run to the state tournament as Girard looks to make their second semifinal here in school history and a real opportunity to punch themselves a ticket to their first ever baseball state championship game. If they do, they would take on the Silver Lake Eagles in the championship game, as they just knocked off Russell Victoria, the Broncos, 2-1 in extra innings in the semifinal just ahead of this one. And so a really good day for some baseball. So far, it's been good competition. We expect the same today. A good look in there at Tointon Family Stadium as they get ready to do the introductions here. We will try to take the PA announcer to hear these players introduced. That's not very good audio, so we'll just keep it right here, and I'll go through the starting lineups and everything ahead of the start of this one. As a quick turnaround from the game before to this semifinal game, again, a win will put the Trojans in the championship game on Friday at 4 o'clock right back here at Tointon Family Stadium. A loss will be a third-place contest tomorrow here as well. We would have, regardless of the outcome, we'll bring that game to you here on Girard Sports Live as the Trojans put together one of the best, in fact, the best, most wins in school history at 22. There has been a handful of teams that have made their chance to the state tournament. Last time here in 2022 in a fourth-place finish, and this is an opportunity here with a young squad to get some good experience, but more importantly, get the win here today. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and get your starting lineups, and a first pitch from Manhattan as the Trojans and the Wildcats hook it up today from the Class 3A state tournament on Girard Sports Live.
Selling equipment can be a hassle, whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire. The time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Back out here, Tointon Family Stadium, Manhattan, Kansas. 2026 Class 3A State Semifinal. Girard Trojans, Burlington Wildcats. Burlington advancing with a tight victory over Frontenac on a Monday. Trojans advancing with a 6-1 win over Jeff West. Here's the Trojans, the lower seed, getting their win. Burlington able to hold off the Raiders to advance to this championship. We'll do have to remind you and tell you, as always, Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. Of course, we are in the midst of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon, pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard Schools, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Take a look at our starting lineups. The starting lineups are always brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans do look to start this game in style. Hopefully the best style of the year, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carlos Sands will have you looking your very best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. And for the Trojans, leading off in right field, number 2, Briggs Buckingham. Batting second, the pitcher, number 7, Briar Schultz. Batting third, the second baseman, number 21, Aiden Ashbacher. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 5, Robbie Bruning. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 15, Cam Smith. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 4, Jack Smith. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 23, Blake Brokob. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 12, Ben Cullen. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 11, Drake Smith. Playing on defense and center field, but not batting in the lineup to start out, number 10, Corbin Bowen. Head coach, of course, of the Trojans in his first year, Bob Fernelli. And the starting lineup for the Burlington Wildcats, leading off at shortstops, number 7, Mason Collins. Batting second, the pitcher, number 4, Colton Robinson. Batting third, first baseman, number 13, Brody Garland. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 14, Hunter Cole. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 5, Maddox Cheever. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 24, Alex Motz. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 15, Case Burke. And batting eighth, the right fielder, number 10, Aiden Winters. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 30, Braisden Spring. And playing defense only at second base, not batting, number 6, Bodie Cheever. Head coach of the Wildcats is Jonathan Marani. Trojans in their road crimsons. Maroon tops, gold trim, gold helmets with that GT on the helmet, gray bottoms. Wildcats in all whites, trimmed in red. It's an orangey red, but it's red all the same. Worked hard to try to get some different perspectives of this one. We'll get a shot down from the pitcher's perspective right down Broadway there and a chance to see these at-bats pretty closely. I have no idea why that shot's turned out so dark on the right field fence. And then obviously our very nice vantage point up there in the press box. Beautiful facility here at Tointon Family Stadium. Very fortunate to be able to broadcast from this location, and really a good opportunity for these boys a chance to play in this type of facility as well. Good fan base making the trip. Know we got a lot at home watching as well. Appreciate all the support and all of our advertisers who help bring Girard Sports Live to fruition here in season number 9 as we're wrapping up here in the springtime. And if you can wrap up a season from Manhattan, then you feel pretty good about things on the baseball or softball side. And here we are in this semifinal game, a chance to take on Silver Lake. Listen to the broadcast guys that were in this spot just a little bit ago that cover Silver Lake, and 16 state titles for that program. So it will be, and the Trojans have never played in a baseball state championship. And so that would be a very nice storyline for the Trojans going into that championship game. But you've got to take care of game number 1. We'll take our final break. We'll come back. First pitch right around the corner here on Girard Sports Live.
How is it so fast?
With Crocan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here we go, 2026. 3A semifinal matchup. Girard Trojans, Burlington Wildcats. Just the second team in Girard High School baseball history to advance to the semifinal matchup. And a first batter, it's going to be the right fielder, Briggs Brunnett Buckingham. Facing off against the Wildcats pitcher, Colton Robinson. Show bunt, foul back. 1-2 the count to Buckingham. Facing against Robinson. A little bit of a breeze pushing in. Don't see much on the flagpoles, but you'll hear it on the mic occasionally. Trying to pick up a good crowd that's on hand in this one. Buckingham hitting .377 on the season. The 1-2, inside ball 2. Well, guys, they didn't keep track of the balls very well on the scoreboard, and neither was I, apparently. So he was well into the count more than they had indicated. So a first batter walk and a runner already on here in the top of this first inning for the Trojans. That's about best case scenario to get things underway. Brings up the number 2 hitter, the pitcher, number 7, Briar Schultz. One runner on. Let's get a look in there. Robinson's perspective, looking at Schultz. Over to first in a hurry. And able to get back is the leadoff hitter, Briggs Buckingham. Robinson to deliver. Just miss. Outside. And guys ahead of me were watching that game pretty tightly, and they were saying the strike zone was tight. P.J. Sarwinski was behind the plate in the previous game. He's out in the field. That one going to go. And a runner going to move over to second base. So Trojans with a runner in scoring position with nobody out here and just the second batter of the ball game. One on, nobody out, and a 3-0 count. And that'll catch the outside edge, strike one. Big lead over by Buckingham. Ripped to center field, back to make the play, and the catch is made by center fielder Brasden Spring. And one away. Three-one pitch. Good contact, though, and early in the game with already Robinson getting behind in the count. Brings up our third hitter of the first inning, the second baseman, number 21, Aiden Ashbacher, lone senior on this squad that's contributing here. And first pitch strike. Those first few pitches in a state tournament game. Now, quarterfinals already been done, but now you're in the big stadium, and that'll work out some of those nerves, and that's what Robinson has done, perhaps, is now he's ahead 0-2 to Ashbacher. The 0-2. Popped up to shallow right field, charging in hard. The second baseman works over. Now the first baseman calls them all off, and 2 away. Couple of pop-ups into the outfield for the Trojans. Will bring us up to the number 4 spot, the shortstop, number 5, Robbie Bruning. Bruning batting 379 rather on the year. This one fouled off for strike 1. Leadoff hitter Buckingham reaches on a walk, able to get to second on a pass ball. And now at the plate is Bruning, trying to just get something poked through and a run. That one missed. Ball 1. Strike 2. He's going to go. This one flared foul. And out of pay. 1-2 the count for Bruning. This one's going to be flared into right field. Here comes Buckingham turning for home. And he is in safe. 1-run scores for the Trojans as they will take an early 1-0 lead. And that leadoff walk served the Trojans well. And a stand-up double for Robbie Bruning and an RBI to boot. A good at-bat. Fell behind in the count, but stayed down on that one, which brings us to the number 5 spot, the designated hitter, Cam Smith, with Bruning over on second. See Robbie get his lead. 0-1 count to Smith. Good changeup. Got him out ahead of that one. Strike 2. Oh, 2. Another changeup, a big hanging curve rather, just missed. Much to the chagrin of the folks in red. The first ball, 1-2 the count to Cam Smith. Foul back, out of play. One, 2 again. This one popped up. Shortstop trying to play it. And that will retire the side. But 1 run scored for the Trojans as we head to the bottom of the first inning. See what they can do on the defensive side of the things when we return right after this. You're watching State Tournament Baseball from Manhattan on Girard Sports Live.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
1-0 after a half inning here for the Girard Trojans. A leadoff walk by Buckingham, an RBI double by Robbie Bruning. And everybody other than Buckingham, who ended up scoring the run, did make contact in that first inning. So they're picking up Robinson already. And I think that should bode well for the Girard Trojans. But now we'll see what Briar Schultz has to do for Girard. Came in and closed out the game against Jeff West and threw well in relief of Cam Smith. And Based on everything I know, Trojans advance. No matter to Friday, Cam should be available, but it's Breyer's ball today, and first pitch, low ball one. This is the leadoff hitter, the shortstop, number 7, Mason Collins for the Wildcats. He'll flare one, foul out of play. So 1-1 count for the leadoff hitter, Mason Collins. This one over to short. Swiftly to first, having to hustle back and not able to get back in time. A little bit of an errant throw there from shortstop Robbie Bruning and pulled the first baseman. Then calling off the bag a little bit, and first runner is going to reach for Burlington. So one runner on. It will score that an error by Bruning. And a first pitch strike here to the number 2 spot, the pitcher, Colton Robinson. Robinson batting .351 on the year. This one hit into right field, and that will get down over to the second baseman and able to. Ashbacher cuts that one off as that one dropped right in front of Buckingham, and not much he could do with that. So 2 runners on already here for Burlington as Schultz finds himself in a little bit of early trouble. That'll bring up the number 3 spot, the first baseman, Brody Garland. Garland, leading hitter on this team, batting .484 on the season. This one over to second. You just got to get the one at first. And that was just kind of a slow roller up to second base. Not much Ashbacher could do with that one. Just wait for it to get there. It really would have been an opportunity, a little bit more mustard on it. A double play ball, but unable to turn that, but got the lead runner, or got the base runner, the batter, and now one away. For the number 4 spot, Hunter Cole, the catcher. First pitch, strike 2. Cole. Excuse me, they called that a ball, low. So 1-0 count for Hunter Cole. Schultz checks the runners, delivers. Strike right down the middle for Schultz. 1-1 count. Runners at second and third. 1-1, high away, ball 2. Same thing I said earlier about the Burlington pitcher. Those first couple at-bats, this one over to third, just past the third baseman. And we'll sneak into left field. That'll score 1 for Burlington. And we got a tie ball game. Runners now with the corners for the Trojans, or for the Wildcats, rather. Trojans having to deal with it as we head to the number 5 spot, the third baseman, Maddox Cheever. Runners at the corners. Big hack at it from Cheever. Strike 1. Shows bunt, backs off of it, ball 1. Burlington beat Frontenac 5-3 on Monday. Trojans beat Jeff West 6-1 in the early game that day as well to advance to this semifinal. A bunt strike for Cheevers. Count moves to 1-2. 1 out, 2 on in the bottom of this first inning. Trojans got one across in their half inning. The 1-2 to Cheever. Little change up popped up. Colin coming in to call that one off, and he'll make the play. That'll hold the runners as well. And 2 away. Brings us to the left fielder, the sixth spot. Number 24, Alex Motts. I'm bringing a pinch runner for Cole, who's the catcher. Brought in Oliver Hazen to pinch run for the Wildcats. And Alex Motts, the left fielder, stepping to the plate. Hitting .412 on the season for Burlington. Runner's going to go to second, and Brokob fakes that throw down. Trying to get that runner on third to come on his way, and to no avail. Now runners at second and third with 2 out. Foul back, strike 2. Yeah. 0-2 count, 2 Motts with 2 down and 2 on. Swing, foul tipped. Just got enough of it to stay alive in this at-bat. The chest protector of Brokob and trickled foul. Count remains 0-2. Just missed outside, 4-1. Good place for it for Schultz to try to get him to chase that one away. And Motts showed some discipline at the plate there to stay alive here. 1-2 the count. Good pitch. Does take off for first, but Schultz, after giving up a couple of hits in the beginning of that inning, able to battle back. The defense did their part as well and held them to just 1 run on those 2 hits. We head to the top of the second inning when we return right after this on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawlcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find 2 links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
Here we go to the top of the first inning. Girard Trojans and the Burlington Wildcats knotted up at 1 apiece after 1. Jack Smith, the lead off this second inning for the Trojans, the third baseman. It's hitting .315 on the year coming into this state tournament. And second pitch from Robinson comes in for a strike. 1-1 the count to Smith. And that one just missing outside for ball 2. 2-1 pitch to Smith. Ripped to third base. A little bit of a slow roller, actually, but over to first. Well played by Maddox Cheever. And one away. I got to remember to do these innings. Spinning a lot of plates here, folks. I do my best. Listen to my voice. Don't pay attention to the graphics. How about that? But those are right now on the screen. That'll bring us to Blake Brokob. First pitch ball. Second pitch will come in for a strike. 1-1 the count to Brokob. Blake hitting .355 on the season. Third pitch going to miss for ball 2. Big hard hack from Brokob. Miss strike 2. The 2-2. Missed outside, ball 3. Full count to Brokob with 1 out and nobody on here in the second. Three-two. Big swing by Brokob. And the first strikeout of the game for Robinson. Trojans have made contact. It's the first time they did not. That'll bring up Ben Collin, the first baseman. He'll look at a first pitch strike from Robinson. Another big swing from the Trojans. Just missing it. So Collin looking at 0-2. 2 out here in the second. This one going to be trickled down and will go foul. Fielded by the third baseman and played, but it was a foul ball, and Collin will make the long jog back. 0-2 the count to Ben Collin. Batting .313 for the Trojans. The junior. Here's the 0-2. Good eye there by Collin to stay off that one. Jammed him on the inside and able to lay off of it for the first ball. And a foul tip, but top and out. 3 up, 3 down for the Wildcats. As the Trojans head back out to the field, Wildcats will have Burke, Winters, and Spring when we return in 30 seconds on Girard Sports Live, presented by Crockett. Head to the bottom of the second inning. Trojans and Wildcats tied at 1 apiece. Robbie Bruning RBI double in the first inning, scored Briggs Buckingham, and then 3 up, 3 down for the Trojans with a pair of strikeouts from Collin and Brokob. And that'll bring us to the designated hitter, number 15, Case Burke for the Wildcats. Burke, a .339 hitter. And Briar Schultz to deliver. This one down the third base line and foul. 0-1 the count to Burke. That one inside for ball one. This one ripped down the third baseline as well. That one a little bit closer to staying fair, but still going to miss for strike two. 1-2 pitch. This one over to third. It will stay fair. Well played. Over to first. Good. Snagged by Colin. A little bit of a low throw there by Jack Smith, but scooped and picked nicely by Ben and one away. That'll bring up number 10, Aiden Winters. Winters, the right fielder for the Wildcats. Good pitch, just missed for ball one from Schultz. 1-0 the count for Winters. Big hack that high fastball from Schultz and strike one. 1-1 count. Nobody out, or one out, nobody on. That one going to come across. Ooh, that was a little low, but able to get the strike call. We'll take it. One ball, two strikes. Try to go to that low side again. Not able to hit it for Schultz. It will even the count at 2-2. Big hack, nice pitch by Schultz, and he'll get him swinging for out number 2 of this second inning. First strikeout of the game for Schultz. And that will bring up the number 9 spot, the center fielder, Braisden Spring. That one up, ranging over, not able to get there is Ashbacher. And well hit ball by Braisden Spring. That'll bring us back to the top of the order for Mason Collins. Collins reached on an error in the first at-bat of the game on a throwing error by Robbie Bruning, and ended up scoring their run as well a couple of at-bats later on a triple by Hunter Cole. A 1-0 count. Now we're going to go inside for ball 2. 2-0 with a runner on and 2 out in this second inning. This one hit to right field, tracking, and just making the play is Buckingham. Kind of shifted to the right and had to reposition his body to make the play, but able to track it down. And we head to the top of the third inning. The Trojans coming to bat right after this on Girard Sports Line.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Judd, Lori, Ginny, or Amber in Girard today.
On the third inning in this 2026 3A semifinal matchup, Girard Trojans, Burlington Wildcats from Tointon Family Stadium in Manhattan. BJ Harris along with you as we have had really good baseball played from what I've seen. I walked in here for the game right before the last game. It was Colgan winning, but having to really work hard to get it. And a one-run win And then Russell, Victoria, and Silver Lake in the other 3A semifinal. That one went to extra innings with Silver Lake sneaking it out in the 8th. And now here we have this one with a 1-1 game going into the 3rd inning. So the Trojans coming to the plate with Drake Smith to lead stuff off, the number 9 hitter. After a 3-up, 3-down second, the Trojans look to the freshman to get him started in this 3rd. It'll be Drake Smith back to the top order for Buckingham and Schultz in this 3rd inning. That one's just missing outside for ball 3, and so it started out 0-2. And now Smith battling back to full count, the 3-2. Just miss outside and a leadoff walk by Smith. That's what got him going in the 1st inning, and the run scored. So a walk by Drake Smith, and back to the top of the order for Briggs Buckingham. Quickly over to first, and Drake able to get back safely. Bunted by Buckingham, but bunted foul for strike 1. One on, nobody out for Buckingham. Robinson quickly back over trying to get Smith, and he's quicker than I am to see what happens, but Smith able to get back safely once again. 0-1 the count. There's a bunt. Slow roller. Look over to second. They do move the runner over to second. And a sack bunt by Buckingham. Moves the runner into scoring position for Briar Schultz, the number 2 hitter and the pitcher. Some small ball able to move the runners over. And now Schultz with an opportunity to help his own cause. Big, high, arcing curveball goes in there for strike 1. Smith able to get back just in time. We missed it, but it was real close. As they made a quick move to second. And Drake getting some coaching from Coach Fornelli on this third base line. But able to stay out there. 1 out. And that one's going to miss for ball 1. See the lead from Smith. 1-1. Big hack at it by Schultz. Tipped it just a little bit, but strike 2. Back he goes quickly to second. They have really made Drake Smith work at it on the base pass. He's been back to the bag about 4 times, maybe 5 times on this opportunity on the base pass. That one misses out for ball 2. 2-2 the count for the number 2 spot, Briar Schultz. And trying to move the runner over and able to hold off of that one to a full count. Start looking at pitch counts as well. They announce those. I don't think they're posted anywhere in here, but they will announce them at the end of each inning. So I'll try to pick that up as we head to the break. 3-2 count. This one into right field. Drake Smith will have to come back to second and stay there. So that is 2 away now for the Trojans. And that will bring up the second baseman, Aiden Ashbacher. And he'll step in to face Robinson. They will make him go back as well. Once again, really, really worried about Drake Smith out there at second base. High ball 1 to Ashbacher. Aiden batting .384 on the year. That one's going to miss away for ball 2. That one's going to, that pitch, when he goes to it, it's pretty effective as these guys kind of lean back on it and then it falls into that strike zone. It's a pretty good curveball. Two-one count. Just catching. That was real close where the ball was a moment ago, but able to catch enough of the plate for strike 2. 2-2 the count to Ashbacher with 2 out and 1 on here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's a 2-2. This one fouled back out of play, straight back. And now Robinson wants to chat with his catcher, Hunter Cole, to sort out some communication. Back to it, 2-2. Oh, boy. Tough one there for Ashbacher to let slide by as Cole, or Robinson rather, has found that spot. He's playing around on that bottom half of the strike zone, and it's varying degrees of success, but when he's finding it, Trojans aren't. Back to a full count, the 3-2. Able to stay alive enough for that one, fighting it off Ashbacher. I think it was a good pitch to swing at. I think it was going to go back to that kind of same spot, so he can't risk it. And able to fight that one off and stay alive. Full count remains. Drake Smith remains out on third base. And timeout taken. This one right the middle. This may score. It should. Drake Smith rounds third. Here he comes. In standing up. And a full count, and what an at-bat from the senior leader, Aiden Ashbacher, to drive in the run and give the Trojans back the lead for just the second time so far in this one. And with 2 outs to boot. And that will bring up Robbie Bruning. So Drake reached on a good at-bat and a walk, and then just really had to work at it on the base paths to stay alive and able to do so to score the run off the RBI single by Ashbacher. And now Robbie Bruning, Ashbacher going to second. And able to get there as the ball's a little bit offline. That was real gutsy and real close. But now Robbie an opportunity with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. 1-0 count to him. And Bruning will step back in. Has to go low to try to get that one. And not able to do so. Strike one. Robinson not in a big rush. On the hump. 1-1 count to Bruning. Able to stay back on that changeup enough to make contact. As had to show some of that strength. Bruning another flared out foul. 4 strike 2. Bruning another fouled straight back. It'll remain 1-2. Bruning trying to drive in Ashbacher. A big hack at it. And that will end the inning, but the Trojans able to get one more across. They take the lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. I got to report my commercials might be a little loud. I tried to fix that. We'll see if I did. Got to take them. We'll be back right after this on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the 4-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Pitcher Colton Robinson going to lead things off for the Wildcats here in this 3rd inning. Robinson a single in his first at-bat back in the 1st inning. Trying to help his own cause. He'll poke this one down the right field line and foul. 1-1 the count for Robinson. One. Big hack at it and a nice pitch there by Schultz. Breyer settling in just a little bit. That one tried to pull it on him again. Over to Colin, well played, and he'll race to first for out number 1. Ground ball pitch. Well played by the defense. It's all you can ask for if you are Schultz, and 1 away. Brings us to the number 3 spot. The first baseman, Brody Garland, ground out to second in his first at-bat in the 1st inning. First pitch. Oh, that one off the elbow of Garland. So hit by pitch. That one just kind of ricocheted off funny. I thought it had just gone off the face mask of Brokop, but it hit the batter before that. And so 1 on with 1 out now for the Wildcats as they bring up the catcher, number 14, Hunter Cole. Strike down the middle. Good pitch by Schultz. And an 0-1 count here to Cole. A little changeup. Tried to catch that inside edge as well, I think, and not able to catch it, but pretty good spot for Schultz. Cole will set back down in there with a 1-1 count. Blake doing all he can behind the plate to try to frame that one up just right. It'll stay away and inside for ball 2, rather. 2-1 the count. This one ripped foul down left field line and out of play. Two count to Hunter Cole. Ooh. That's a tough one. And Breyer knows it. Counts worked full. Runner standing on first base on a hit by pitch. This one hit. That will stay in play. Ranging to get that one is Drake Smith underneath it, and he'll make the play. And 2 away. That may have been just out of frame. I apologize. But it was a good catch. Trust me. That'll bring up Cheever. Maddox pop out. In the first inning to end the first inning. The runner remains on first with 2 outs. And the third baseman, Cheever. Going to second is Brokop. Good pitch. Ooh, dang, almost got there. I guess I could have. But did not get him at second. So Garland able to advance over to second base and get a runner in scoring position here for Cheever, who's got a 1-1 count. That one just a little bit inside for ball 2. Two 2-1 count. This one hit hard. Again, Smith ranging over, and he will make the catch in left field and will retire the side. Trojans able to get out of the third without giving up a run. They'll take a 2-1 lead to the top of the fourth when we return. Actually, we'll just keep it right here for our brief halftime break. Of course, our halftime show is always brought to you by our good friends at GN Bank. And GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs. Turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. And I'll recap the first half of this game so far in our Kenora Eye Care Eye on the Game. As the Kenora Eye Care with locations in Pittsburgh, Girard, they're here to help their valued customers. Learn more at KenoraEyeCare.com. Trojans would lead off this game at the plate. They would get a first batter walk with Briggs Buckingham, and he would score the first run of the game as well after a RBI double by Robbie Bruning. First inning for the Wildcats, they would come up, they would reach on an error, on a throwing error, and then a single would drive in Mason Collins, who would score their first run of the game as well. We went to the first inning 1-1, went to the second inning 1-1. And then a scoreless second, and then the Trojans able to get one across in the third to take this 2-1 lead. And it brings up the designated hitter, Cam Smith, who popped up to shortstop in his first at-bat. And he'll foul this one away for strike one. 1-1 the count to Cam Smith. Now we're going to miss outside for ball two. Cam pitched a good game against Jeff West to get them in a position to advance to this semifinal game. Now trying to do his work at the plate. And a good at-bat started here with a 3-1 count. And Robinson to deliver. This one, little grounder, little blooper. That one's going to be tough. Somebody's got to come in to feel it. Cam racing to first and not in time. And one away. Little chopper. Tough to play. Slow to get to, but enough time. So that brings up Jack Smith, a third baseman. This one hit, popped up to second, charging in. Now he's charging in hard and not able to make the play. Is able to make the play. That one kind of bobbled around even after he got to it. He kind of looked around like, anybody else going to take this one? And then decided to keep running for it. Pitcher probably should have made that play. Almost anybody but the second baseman. This first baseman, pitcher were both closer, and I think that's what he thought. But another pop-up out for the Trojans, and that'll bring up Blake Brocobb. Brocobb struck out in the second. And a big hack at that one for strike one. 1-1 the count to Brocobb with two away and nobody on in this fourth inning as Robinson continues to work for Burlington. That one miss outside for ball two. The 2-1 pitch to Brocobb. This one fouled back out of play on the right side. Silver Lake Eagles sitting in the stands to our right, awaiting their opponent for the championship game on Friday. And Brocobb, a big swing at it. And the Trojans 3 up, 3 down in the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning with the Trojans leading by 2. The Wildcats coming to the plate when we return in 30 seconds on Girard Sports Live.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
2-1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning here in Manhattan, Tointon Family Stadium, Kansas State University. This was going to be played at Lawrence. I will tell you, I was more excited for that travel than this travel, but Lawrence KU advancing to host a super regional for the first time in school history. They had a contingency plan in place. Kansas State is just known for their hospitality and known for hosting state events, and well, easy to turn it over. I'm sure it wasn't easy, but fortunate to have that option. First pitch fouled down the first baseline. That's why that camera's there, but for some reason it looks like it's nighttime. At the plate for the Wildcats is Alex Motts to lead things off. Pop out, or ground out rather, in the first at bat for Motts, the left fielder. And Schultz continues to deliver. That one going to miss, ball 2. 2-1 the count to Motts. Big high fastball and swing and a miss by Motts. Might try that spot again. 2-2 count. This one trickles foul down the third baseline. It'll remain 2-2. Wildcats 23-2 on the season. And the number 3 seed coming into this state tournament. So they put together a nice year and have certainly pretty good to beat the Frontenac Raiders, a team that had the Trojans number at times this season as well. So this one, hard hit ball, left field, foul. So that's a good qualifier if you're thinking about the Wildcats. Just think about the last game they won, and it's about all you really need to know about the competition the Trojans are facing here in this semifinal. 2-2. Change up, got the elbow. 2 hit by pitches in the last 2 innings for Schultz. Didn't hurt him in the last inning. And the number 2 hitter got on first with a hit by pitch. Brings up the designated hitter, Case Burke, rather. He ground out the third. This one pop foul, out of play. And it's been an entire class of kids, which is bonkers to think about, since the Trojans were back here in 2022. I don't think anybody on this one. This one hit to center field, ranging over there, good speed, probably the fastest dude on the field, and Corbin Bowen, and it showed up right there. Able to make the play and one away. The Trojans were here in 2022 and came up against a Bishop Ward team. It was a good ball game and just fell short. Ended up coming back to that 4th place game. The 3rd place game picked up a 4th place finish. It's been the best finish in school history to date. The Trojans' best opportunity they've had, perhaps ever, to improve upon that. 0-1 the count for Winters, Aiden Winters, who struck out. This one going to be hit shallow, charging in, and going to hit in front of Smith. Didn't have much of a play on that one, and it'll be a single for Aiden Winters. Wildcats with 4 hits in this game. Trojans limited to just 2, but the Trojans have 2 runs on their hits. Wildcats just with the 1, but 1 out and 2 on now for the number 9 spot in Braisden Spring, who had a single to right field in his first at-bat. Good pitch by Schultz, strike 1. Just got to deal with the guy in front of you if you're Schultz. Runners at first and second with 1 out. This one sharply hit down the first baseline and foul. Strike 2. Spring the number 9 spot, the shortstop, the leadoff hitter Mason Collins, waiting on deck. The 0-2 pitch. Fought off by Spring. Able to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. This one over to first. Colin ranging, not able to get there. This may be a play. No, they'll just now have to keep him at bay. But now runners at every bag and one out. That should be a hit. Don't believe that will be considered an error as Colin got over there. We'll see. It's college officials. I'm looking at them right now as they're discussing it on how they want to score that. And we'll give him the hit. A good at-bat for Spring as he's reached in each of his opportunities, and now a chat at the hill for the Trojans. Is this certainly the biggest jam of the game so far for Girard? As they work it out, gives us a chance to remind you that this little break in the action brought to you by our good friends at Live Well Crawford County and the Kansas Player Health Alliance. Live Well Crawford County reminding you, know your limits when gambling, know when the game is playing you. Learn more at 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-426-2537 for free assistance. And that brings us up to the leadoff hitter, Mason Collins, the shortstop. First pitch inside for ball one. Briar Schultz, sophomore, big job ahead of him with bases loaded here in this fourth inning and only one out. Step off and reset. And runners everywhere. 1-0 count for Collins. That one's going to catch the inside corner for strike one. One. This one flared into left field. We'll see if they come home. The player kind of slid back. He was going back to third base. You may have seen it on the bottom side of your screen, on the left side of your screen. When he went back to third to tag up, lost his footing and did not have an opportunity to come home on that one. And so now 2 outs, nicely played by Buckingham in right field to come up and make the play. And so 2 away with bases remaining full for the number 2 spot. Colton Robinson, the pitcher, trying to help his own cause. Pitch from Schultz. This one over to Colin. Over to first. And he gets out of the jam. Huge play for the Trojans. Bases were loaded with just 1 out. And the Trojans escape with no damage done as we head to the top of the 5th inning in a 2-1 ball game here from the 3A state tournament. We're back after this on Girard Sports Live.
At Girard Medical Center, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown healthcare team. From family medicine and emergency care to lab services, surgery, imaging, and beyond, we're here when you need us. Compassionate care close to home. To learn more about our high-quality care and everything that we have to offer, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Two to one as we head to the top of the 5th inning for Ben Colin to lead things off for the Trojans. Trojans were ground out, pop out, strike out in the 4th. Just need to get some runners on the bags and try to help their cause and stretch this out. Just 2 hits in the game, Wildcats with 5, but the Wildcats have stranded a few more. That one misses, ball low. 1-1 the count to Cullen. Then in his first at-bat, struck out. This one up the middle. Over to second. Cullen's going to have to really effort this one out, and they will make the play and 1 away. That will bring up the number 9 hitter, Drake Smith. Drake walked and scored a run. That second run on the scoreboard is Drake Smith on the base pass. This one over to shortstop. A little bit of a funky roller. Drake trying to outrun it, not able to do so, and 2 away. Robinson has really had to work deep into some counts, certainly at different points in this game, has gone to full multiple times, and from a pitch count standpoint, probably getting a little long in the tooth, but a quick inning here would certainly help the Wildcats' cause. Back-to-back groundouts by the Trojans. Back to the top of the order for Buckingham, who has a walk and a sack bunt in this one. 1-0 count for Buckingham. This one popped foul. Strike 1. There's strike 2, catching the inside on Buckingham. Left-handed hitting right fielder has been in the action defensively. This one flared foul. It'll remain 1-2. Was mistaken earlier. Trojans in this last game in 2022 in this semifinal game was Wichita Collegiate in a battle. In that one, a 2-7 loss, and then lost in a tight one to Bishop Ward for that 4th place finish, 6-7. Finished that year 21-5. So the 22 wins on the season for the Trojans this year, the most in school history. 2-2 count to Buckingham. That one misses outside for ball 3. And a 3-2 count with 2 out, nobody on. And with Briar Schultz waiting on deck. This one hit to center field. Coming in slightly. And he will retire the side. And we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-1. Trojans trying to defend this 1-run lead. We'll see if they can do it when we return in 30 seconds on Girard Sports Live.
Every day, people are discovering that bigger isn't better, better is better. Big box stores continue to disappoint. You have spoken, and we have been listening. You want a great selection with dependable service at a competitive price. We understand, and that's what we bring to you every day. We know that we have to work hard to earn your business, and we will. Bigger isn't better, better is better at Heidrick's, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome to Homestead of Girard, assisted and independent living right here in our hometown. At Homestead, seniors enjoy compassionate care in a community designed for comfort. Licensed professionals provide support with daily activities, dressing, bathing, and medication management. Residents enjoy home-cooked meals and the comfort of their own private apartment. Call 620-724-6760 to schedule your tour today. Homestead of Girard, senior living with compassion, comfort, and community.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Tointon Family Stadium in Manhattan. 2026 3A semifinal matchup. Girard Trojans, Burlington Wildcats. And Briar Schultz back out on the hump to deliver to the number 3 spot. Brody Garland, who reached on a hit by pitch in the 3rd. Trojans were able to get out of that as well. 2-0 the count for Garland. That one just missed. Ball inside, a little bit low for ball 3. Now Schultz starting out a little bit behind the 8 ball. And that one, he got a gift. That was in the same spot. It's almost Breyer's like, are you sure that wasn't a strike? I'm going to throw the same one almost, and picked up the strike. 3-1 count. Try it again. Yep, same spot just about. A little grounder over to Bruning. Bruning quickly over to Cullen, and one away. It was about the same spot on that pitch, and able to turn on it was Garland that time, but well played by Robbie, and that will bring up number 14, Hunter Cole, who had a fly out in the 3rd. He also, I missed what he did in that first inning. I wrote something down. I don't believe it. He'll bloop this one over to 3rd quickly. A little grounder. Cullen have to snag that one as well, and quickly 2 away in this 5th inning. But sometimes, it's every sport that defense leads to offense. Right now, the defense playing pretty good. See if that can crank up the offense when they get their other chance. Just get out of this inning with no harm done. Brings up the number 5 hitter, 3rd baseman, Maddox Cheever. And first pitch strike by Schultz. This one popped foul, out of play. Strike 2. Robinson had a short inning from the hill in their last timeout, and boy, Schultz would really like to do the same. Went right at him. Just missed low. Ball 1. 1-2 count. This one popped up. It will go foul and out of play. Into the shrubbery. One, 2 again. Little change up. That one trickled. Foul as well. And Maddox Cheever making him work for it just a little bit. And a strikeout to end the inning for Breyer Schultz. And a quick 1-2-3 here in the 5th. We head to the 6th with the Trojans up by 1. Just 2 innings away from a state championship berth. We'll see if they can hold on and add some runs in this 6th when we return right after this on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenara Eye Care, the clear choice for your...
Siebert back to pass. Lehman diving for the end zone, and they get the listing. Lehman passes off to Siebert on the far wing. Siebert the lob, and Lehman with the alley-oop dunk to close the deal. Lehman a hard hit ball to left field. Siebert is at the wall, and they close another one. Lehman Realty with another big-time win. Lehman Realty, proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Back out here in Manhattan, the Trojans take a 1-run lead into the top of the 6th inning. And for the Trojans coming to the plate, it'll be Breyer Schultz to lead things off. Aiden Ashbacher and Robbie Bruning. So the heart of the Trojan offense coming to the plate here in this 6th. Trojans just with 2 hits in this game. Wildcats have 5. Trojans have given up 1 error as well, which that would actually... That error did lead to the lone run for the Wildcats. Trojans making, again, their appearance here to this semifinal game for just a second time in school history. Other years, the Trojans have had opportunities at the state tournament, a 2009 regional championship advancing behind the arm of Tanner Poppy, and in 2003, regional champs. And in 2002, that was a good run of kids, and those boys got some kids coming up, I think, as well. So baseball alive and well in Girard, Kansas. Briar Schultz with a chance to help his cause. Ooh, that one on the outside edge. Strike one. 1-1 the count to Briar Schultz, who in this game has a pair of flyouts. That one going to miss high, ball one. Ball two, rather. 2-1 pitch to Schultz. Miss outside, ball three, and now a 3-1 count. Boy, a leadoff walk here with Ashbacher coming to the plate. Hayden has a RBI single in this game. And that one's going to catch the strike zone for strike two. 3-2. This one ripped too short, able to make the play quickly over, and a really nice play there from the shortstop for the Wildcats, Mason Collins, as that was just about out of his reach and would have been a nice single for Schultz. That'll bring us up to Ashbacher. Again, a fly out to right field. And that RBI single in the third. And he'll stare down at Robinson. Strike two. Looked at a pair of good ones. First two pitch from Robinson. 0-2 count now to Ashbacher. Robinson is just trying to throw it by him at this point. This one, little trickler to shortstop once again. Ashbacher some wheels, trying to beat it. I think he did. No, boy. That was real close. Ashbacher with some of the wheels to be able to get there, but just not quite in time. And now two away. That'll bring up Robbie Bruning. Tries to duck out of that one. That curveball looks like it's coming right at you. Bruning, a RBI double in this one to score the first run of the game. And then out in the third to end the third inning. And now is nobody on and 2 outs in the top of the sixth inning. And swinging hard is Robbie, but missing on that one. 1-2 the count to Bruning. That one just enough of it to stay alive in this at-bat. It'll be Motts, Burke, and Winters, the first three up for the Wildcats at the bottom of the sixth inning when we get to that point. Bruning trying to keep this sixth inning alive here, the 1-2. Fouled back. Can't stay alive. That one's missed. That was a tough one for Robbie to stay off of, but does do it. It moves the count to 2-2. Two-two pitch. Oh, boy. That showed some tremendous discipline there by Bruning to lay off that one. That was real close. But he has worked back from an 0-2 count to a full count. Oh, fouled that one back. Staying alive is Bruning. Cam Smith on deck if he's able to reach. And another foul ball by Robbie. The 3-2. Just missed it. Strike 3. That was a good at-bat, but goes down swinging, does Bruning. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Trojans holding on to that 1-run lead. Defense will go back to it. Briar Schultz will go back and grab the ball for the 6th when we return right after this on Girard Sports Live.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your field and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. And now Matt's care for farmers goes beyond seed as an agent for the new 4-state Farm and Ranch. From the best inputs available to the protection you need, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy at Murphy Seed.
At it here in the 6th inning as the Wildcats come to the plate. First batter to lead things off is Alex Motz. Reached on a hit by pitch in the 4th inning. Ground out in the 1st. And a 1-1 count to him from Briar Schultz. He wanted to call strike on that one. Second thoughts. Remains ball 2. 2-1. Just missed low, ball 3. And a 5-pitch walk. We'll put the tying run on with Motz. We'll bring up Case Burke, who has a ground out to third and fly out in his 2 at-bats. With a runner on first and nobody out in this 6th inning. And a visit by Coach Schmidt. I'm going to keep with Briar here, but just wanting to talk about the situation. Got a ton of people watching back home. Do appreciate everybody who's bought into Girard Sports Live and allowed us to continue to grow our footprint across eastern Kansas. And it all started with little old Girard. And there is a lot of you folks watching right now and a lot of people here as well. And so appreciate the support and appreciate the support from the business community as well that is wholeheartedly bought into what we're trying to do. And free to watch here today is that's the goal. Back to it with Schultz back on the hill. Runner at first is Motz, who reached on that walk a moment ago. This one popped up. Should be playable. Pruning back into shallow left field. Now works his way back to the shortstop spot. Makes the catch. 1 away. Good visit to get Burke to pop out. That'll bring up Aiden Winters, who struck out and reached on a single. In that inning that had the bases loaded, but the Wildcats unable to get any across, and a big hack at it, strike 1. Winters has struck out in this game. The number 8 hitter and the right fielder, as Motts remains at first. The 0-1. Popped up foul, strike 2. Oh, 2 count to the right fielder, Aiden Winters. Quickly over to first, not in time. Make Motts work out a little bit. Schultz has not had many throw-overs. I'm not sure. That may have been the first one. Hard hit ball, just foul. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He called it foul. He called it foul from the word go, and it was right on the line. I mean, we couldn't see it with the shot we've got, but I'm telling you, the black, there's no white powder to pop up, because it's all in the turf. If it had been powder, some lime out there, that may be flying in the air. It was real close. Official had no doubts about it and worked over there to get in a good spot for it, but it was real close. And that was going to be in a spot where Motts may have been able to have a chance, depending on where that ball went, how it came off that fence. But Trojans is very lucky that stayed foul. Count will remain 0-2. A little change up. Unable to fight it off is Winters. Maybe a curve. Either way, it got him out ahead of it. 1 out, 1 on in the bottom of the 6th inning. Another one getting him to chase it, pulling the string on a little bit. Just able to catch up with it or stay with it is Winters to keep this at bat going. Go 2. Right at him. Strike 3. Bat sitting on his shoulder in a frustrated Aiden Winters makes his way to the dugout. Now 2 outs with the runners still at first base for the Wildcats. And the number 9 hitter, Braisden Spring, the center fielder, is 2 for 2 on the day. So the number 9 spot, 2 for 2. And Trojans are going to bring in Robbie Bruning to close this one out. Briar Schultz pitching a real good game. 5 hits and 6 2/3. But Robbie will come on to pitch. We'll take a quick break and let him warm up. We'll be back right after this on Girard Sports Live.
Here at Pittsburgh Interiors, we are proud to be family owned and operated, serving our community with quality style and service since 1999. Step into our showroom and explore furniture, flooring, window treatments, mattresses, and more. Whether you're designing a dream home, office, or simply just adding that finishing touch, our expert team is here to help. Discover why families and businesses have trusted us for over 25 years. Pittsburgh Interiors, where style meets comfort and family comes first.
Prairie Mission Retirement Village. People caring about people in the loving spirit of Christ. Spacious apartments made to feel like home. And a loving, caring, experienced staff. That's the Prairie Mission difference. A continuing retirement community promoting person-centered care with an on-site clinic from the Vet Health and offering independent living apartments, assisted living, and long-term care, all with the respect and care our loved ones deserve. Prairie Mission Retirement Village, St. Paul, 620-449-2400.
Trojans bring in Robbie Bruning. Straight trade as Briar Schultz will go to shortstop for Bruning. And Braisden Spring, who's got a pair of hits in this game. The only guy with 2 hits for the Wildcats is Spring. The runner remains at first. It is the leadoff walk with Motts. So Bruning to close things out here for the Trojans, hopefully. One 0 count now for Spring. That one missed just outside for ball 2. Bruning with an RBI double in this ball game, and now with an opportunity here on the hill to advance the Trojans. 2-0 count, Spring. Big hack at it, strike 1. Mott's reached earlier in this inning and has been stuck over there at first. That one got him to chase one, and a good 2-1 pitch there by Bruning. Got Spring all kinds of twisted up and evens the count at 2-2. And he'll have to step off and reset. The 2-2. Fouled back. It'll remain 2-2. This one's been a nail biter from the word go today, and it will remain that way, it seems, throughout. Trojans just like to get to the 7th. There's another one by Spring, able to catch up with it and get enough of the contact to foul it back. It'll remain 2-2. Trojans will come to the plate, hopefully with an opportunity to add to their lead. Just got to get out of the bottom of this 6th. The 2-2. Oh, Spring able to lay off that one, maybe just a little bit high. The count goes full. Here comes a 3-2 from Robbie Bruning. Runner goes, popped up, goes into right field. Buckingham settles underneath it. And the Trojans will take a 1-run lead into the top of the 7th inning with a chance to punch their ticket to a state championship on the line. Some added runs would be huge. Still got to do the work in the bottom of the 7th, but we'll try to see if they can add some in the 7th when we return. Some exciting state tournament baseball today here on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to Prime Accounting. Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Here we go to the top of this 7th inning. The Girard Trojans coming to the plate. Cam Smith going to lead things off for Girard. Trojans holding on to a 1-run lead. It was 1-1 after 1. Trojans picked up another one in the 3rd, and that's been the difference in this one. It'll be Cam Smith, Jack Smith, and Blake Brokop coming to the plate for the Trojans. Trojans made a pitching change in that last bottom third of the 6th inning, and Robbie Bruning came out. He'll come out in the 7th, I'm sure, to try to close this one out. The Trojans would like to add some runs here in this 7th. Robinson continues to deal. Smith going to pop one up to right field, making over the play, and one away. The right fielder, Aiden Winter, is able to range over and make the play. And that'll bring up Jack Smith. Robinson to deliver. First pitch strike right down the middle. Robinson's pitched a really good game. He's only given up 2 hits, but those have led to 2 runs. This one's going to flare out into shallow right field. It should drop in. 1 runner on as Jax will round first. He'll stand on first for a 1-out single for the Trojans. Some of that insurance runs on the base paths. Going to bring up junior catcher Blake Brocobb. And they're going to bring some speed out onto the base paths for the Trojans. As let's go to my roster. I don't have these guys' numbers memorized. It'll be Hugh Bruning going to be on the base pass for the Trojans. And Brocobb stands in to take strike 1. Brocobb so far today, strikeout. So he'd like to get some contact going. Big hack at it for strike 2. Blake's trying to put it over the activity center here in the background. Quickly over goes Bruning on the attempted pickoff play. One on, one out for Brocobb. This one hard hit, but high. It's going to be right in the middle of short and left field. Shortstop makes the play all the way out there, and 2 down. So that will bring up Ben Collin. Collin, a strikeout and a ground out to first in his 2 at-bats in this ball game. Runner remains at first base for the Trojans, quickly over. And not in time. Robinson, contrary to what I said about Schultz, is pretty aggressive on his pickoff plays. Hasn't been successful yet, but he's looking. First pitch to Collin. This one blooped out into right field, ranging over quickly, and that will drop for a fair ball. Comes around Bruning to third, and runners at the corners with 2 outs for the Trojans. For Drake Smith. Nope. Gonna have Drake Smith to come to the plate. How about a spot for your freshman to come to the plate? But boy, I'm sure he's played plenty of baseball. And this is a real opportunity for the Trojans and visit to the mound for the Wildcats to work it out. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Trojans holding on to a 1-run lead here in this 3A semifinal. The chance to make it to their first ever baseball state championship. Trojans have a boys state championship in basketball. That was a really awesome night. And boy, would we like to get one here on the diamond. Long tradition of, and there's just so many good players come through Girard. And this team right now, a young squad still, but in a position. And Drake Smith, perhaps the youngest, coming to the plate. First pitch, ball. This one, little grounder. Third base, going to have to make the play. Smith not able to get over there in time, and they will get out of the jam. So the Trojans will cling to that 1-run lead as we head to the 7th, bottom of the 7th. Trojans 3 outs away from getting to that state championship. We'll see if they can do it when we return right after this on Girard Sports Live.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Well, here we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Girard Trojans just 3 outs away from a 3A state championship game against Silver Lake, but they've got to limit the Burlington Wildcats to no runs in this 7th inning. And for the Wildcats, it will be Robinson, the pitcher, going up the number 2 spot. Robinson, a single and a strikeout in this ball game. Robbie Brooding coming in just to pitch on the final out of the 6th inning, and they'll back out there to start this 7th at a 1-0 count. That one catches the outside edge, strike one. Nice job by Brokaw to hold firm. One to Robinson. This one into center field, and what a play by Corbin Bowen to come up and make that play. His speed, I'm telling you, is a game changer. And he showed it there. Had to go to his knees to make the play, but he does, and 1 out here in the 7th. Trojans with just 2 more outs they need to advance. 1 out, nobody on. For the number 3 spot, first baseman Brody Garland. That one just high, ball 1. Burning shakes yes to the call from Brokaw. 1-0. High again, ball 2. Missing just a little bit high is Bruning. That one's going to find its way across the plate for strike 1. Two one. Just enough on the edge again. Give that one to Brokaw, as he was quick to fight that over there and catch that outside edge. Experience matters. 2-2 count. Nobody out, 1 on, or 1 out, nobody on for Brody Garland. That same spot. Trick didn't work that time, and just a little bit outside. Counts worked full. I think this actually is a pinch hitter. Just missed for ball 4. And so the tying run is on. Winning run comes to the plate. And that was, I think, a sub to come in and pinch hit in that spot for, was it Colton Robinson? I just had gotten ahead of my counts rather. It was Collins that got out on the fly out, and then Robinson just reaches on that walk, and that'll bring up now the first baseman, Brody Garland. Nice little double play ball. Would it be pretty awesome? And you'd probably hear me lose my mind. So let's see if we can get to that point. One 0 count now to Brody Garland. That one misses 4-2. Robbie working from behind just a little bit here in these last two at-bats. Try to get back to even here. Quickly over. Robbie goes to Colin. Not in time. Two 0 count to Garland. Ground out, and a hit by pitch for Garland in this one. This one fouled back, strike one. Robinson on first base for the Wildcats, representing the tying run. They'll throw down. Not in time. And Robinson will get in scoring position with one away. And a 3-1 count to Garland to boot. So double play ball eliminated in that stolen base. And the pressure starts to mount here on the Trojans. I'm sure there's a fair amount of pressure on the Wildcats to go around as well. 3-1 count. It's high again for ball four. Not far off is Bruning, but now another visit to the plate. Or the mound, rather, for the Trojans. And again, Robbie's been not far off. A few of those just a little bit lower in a different situation you're in. But now the Trojans have the winning run at first base. 2 on, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. This one perhaps just more of a gut check conversation or a chat about what you do with each situation you may be finding yourself in here in this predicament they found themselves in. And at the plate, the catcher, number 14, Hunter Cole. 0 for 3 on the day is Cole. And he'll step in there to face Robbie Bruning. First pitch strike from Bruning. First time he's been ahead here in a couple of batters. A 1 count to Hunter Cole. This one, a little dribbler. Bruning gonna have to play it over to first, and he does. 2 away. Dangerous, really, for Colin to throw that one over to third, but he does, and 2 down. But the tying run is at third. The winning run is at second. So fielder's choice. Ground out there for Cole. Brings up Maddox Cheever. Pop out, strikeout. And one I didn't catch, but was in the inning ending out. So 0 for 3 is Maddox Cheever. Oh, boy. Two outs. Just miss outside for ball 1. A 1-0 count. To Cheever. That one miss high, ball 2. Two 0 count to Cheever. Pitch. Ooh. Miss. Low for ball 3. After Cheever is Alex Motts. Ground out, hit by pitch, and a walk. So he's reached twice, but 0 for 3. That's a strike. 4 strike 1. And a big pitch for Bruning. (3-1). Trojans just need 1 out. The pitch. Back at Bruning. Knocks it down. Robbie got to get to first. Over to first, and he does! Out. That was dramatic if you can bet as they run into the first base, but the Girard Trojans have punched their ticket to their first ever baseball state championship with a 2-1 win over the Burlington Wildcats. Some controversy ensues as that was dribbled back to Bruning. He had to play it. That was some pressure for Robbie. There was contact at the plate. The ball runs out. The runner goes around first. Wisely, they go ahead and step on first, and they tag the runner. I'm not sure how they're going to work this out, but I can't imagine it ends with the Trojans losing. But we will see how this goes, what they end up doing. I don't know how you work this out. Game over. Holy mackerel. Unbelievable. Burlington going to continue to fight it over. They try to chase down the umpires. And they are going to make their way off the field, and it's going to be all over. Unbelievable ending to this one. The runner is staying on third base. The coaches are still arguing. The officials here running this tournament are having to step in just a little bit to explain it. And this will be a controversial ending. The question perhaps may have been, did the runner cross home plate before the out occurred? Possibly. You all are watching it. You all probably have already started to rewind, is my guess. But unbelievable ending for the Girard Trojans. And what a game to hold on. A run in the first. They tie it up in the first. Trojans pick up a run in the third. And how about Robbie Bruning? An RBI double to score the first run. He comes in to close it out. How about Briar Schultz? And only giving up those 5 hits and only 1 run in those 5 hits. And now the Girard Trojans are headed to their first ever 3A baseball state championship, their first ever state championship appearance for the baseball program. And they will have their ace available to them on Friday as well, from what I understand. And so the Trojans win it here 2-1 over Burlington. We'll talk about it on the Eastside Cafe post-game show in just a little bit. At one point I looked over, we had over 600 screens tuned in here to Girard Sports Live, and I love that. And it's even better when it results in a victory and a state championship. I'll be right back here with the Trojans on Friday. I'll be back over tomorrow with the Paola Panthers and a chance for them to punch a ticket to the state championship in 4A as well tomorrow. So it is still baseball season for the Trojans. And how about it? A dramatic victory here at Tointon Family Stadium in Manhattan. We'll talk about it next. We return on the Eastside Cafe postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or Learn more at bigironauctions.com. Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
Out here, Tointon Family Stadium, Kansas State University, Manhattan, Kansas. BJ Harris along with you as we look to wrap things up here in this semifinal game and in fine fashion here on the Eastside Cafe post-game show. Be sure to stop by and visit the best cafe in Southeast Kansas. A favorite of the four states winner and the best breakfast you can find at the Eastside Cafe, 120 South Ozark Street. A proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. The Trojans into the 3A state championship for the first time in school history. They will play for a baseball state title, and they will take on the Silver Lake Eagles, who have won the state title in 3A 16 times. But they are 17-11 on the year. They took all they had to beat Russell Victoria in extra innings a little bit ago, 2-1. And so we'll see where they're at with their pitching. And at this point in the season, certainly at this point in the state tournament, that is the defining factor of where your pitching stands and who you have. And for the Trojans, they will have their ace, Cam Smith, available to pitch in that championship game. And I do not know what Silver Lake's situation is, and that could be a factor. The Trojans should have a ton of confidence built up from this win as well. It ended in a controversial manner, perhaps, and I don't even have a clue of what the rules would be or what the argument could be. And it was a precarious situation. Bruning a comebacker to him at the home plate or on the mound, and kind of had to find it. And then when he does, he gets it over to first. Collision on first base. Colin drops it. Runner rounds it. They get the ball back and they tag him. I don't know what the question could have been, but I'm sure Burlington has it pretty well identified. And so that it does not matter. A 2-1 victory for the Girard Trojans, and they will take on Silver Lake at 4 o'clock on Friday. We will have that game for you right here from Tointon Family Stadium on Girard Sports Live. So be sure to tell all your friends and families, make a day of it, and get yourself either up here. Would love to see the crowd full. I know a lot of Southeast Kansas folks. Heck, half the text message I'm getting are from Pittsburgh folks. So Southeast Kansas is watching it, and we want to be able to get up here and support them if you can. But if you can't, love to be an option for you back home to watch the Trojans hopefully win a state championship. Man, what a day it has been already, and what a weekend it could be for the Girard Trojans. Winners over Jeff West in the quarterfinal round on Monday, and now a semifinal victory over Burlington here in this one, 2-1. We'll take on Silver Lake on Friday. We'll be here with you to do it. Appreciate everybody watching at home, and appreciate all the sponsors and supporters we get to bring you Girard Sports Live. That's going to do it for us from Tointon Family Stadium. We'll be back at it on Friday with the Trojans vying for a championship.
for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.